let's make another sprite, and this is going to be really bad. So I'm going to, already turned out bad. I'm going to try to draw a star. So it's the most horrible star you've ever seen. Let's make that our goal. I'm going to come here, name it goal. Actually, if you click anywhere that's not on an object, bring up the layout properties. So let's make this a little bit wider. Nope, wrong one. There we go. Zoom out. And let's make the goal over here. And to give us a sense of moving, I'm going to add a background. So there's layers over here. Layer 0. This is just a little trick I do whenever I'm prototyping something. Now we have this ugly background. And which layer is that? 0. Let's see. So we want to add something when you get to that goal. So I'm going to add event and player. I'm placing with another object, goal. So this is the condition, and the action we want is system restart layout. So that basically starts the same level you're on. So what should happen is we're able to move our character, we're able to make it to the goal. Once that happens, it should restart the level. Let's see if I did that right. So character moving, where I'm jumping. Nope. We can also add an event if the player gets off screen to start the layout. That would probably be useful. There we go. It's close. Oh, my jump strength is fail. Let's make this guy a little bit wider. There we go. Now I can do it. Okay. And it restarts. So within 10 minutes, I was able to throw a quick prototype together of a platform level. There's a lot more you can do. You can import animation, play frames, you can add in sound, all kinds of different effects. I'll go to another demo project that I use in the presentation. This one. So this is a demo I threw together in a few minutes. Just try to shoot those guys. And I have the same project but with some of the events missing. And I'll show you how to get to that end state with adding a few more events. Let's close it. And go to turret unfinished. So let's see what we're starting out. So we have the turret, we have the base, we have these walls, we have a spawner, and we have the bad guy off in the corner. So anytime you want something to appear, you have to have at least one on the screen, so that's why this bad guy is off to the side. Then the spawner is where all these bad guys are coming from. So let's look at the event. So every tick, what that means is every time the game engine runs its update loop, this event is going to trigger. So every tick, take the turret, set the angle towards the mouse X and Y coordinates. So that's how the turret's able to follow my mouse. Then every tick, spawn a bad guy on the spawner. On the left button, click spawn a bullet and shoot it. So yeah, there's also a bullet over here, and this has the bullet behavior. So it acts like a bullet, it will travel in one direction, use it to trigger things. And it also has destroy outside the layout. If I didn't have that on there, the more that I shoot, there will be 100,000 bullets floating out and going, that will slow the game engine down. So that's a good way to automatically clean things up. Then on a collision with bad guy destroy. So at this point, since it's set to every tick spawn something, those bad guys are just going to spawn. So let's fix this up a little bit. So I will come in here, and instead of on every tick, I'll add an event for system. There's a circle here. Every X seconds. So let's say every 0.4 seconds. So every fourth of a second, 0. So if we move it down here, now it should be a lot more manageable. So spawning them a little less regularly. More of what we want. And that's probably a little bit too fast. Let's set it to every 0.7 seconds. Also, the bad guys are all flying in the same direction. So let's go to bad guy. On created. So this will basically, every time a bad guy is spawned, this event will trigger. So on created, bad guy, set angle. Now, we don't want to just stick one number in here because every time it comes up, every bad guy will go to that same place. So I'll go into system and search for random. So basically, it's 360 degrees, so pick a random number between 1 and 360. And also, let's go to this spawner and set your visibility with then the bullets are able to kill more than one bad guy since they're not being destroyed, so let's also bullet destroy. And this should be in a lot better shape than when it started. So the bad guys are spawning at random angles. When I shoot, it destroys the bad guy and the bullet. So these were just 2 quick projects I did. Construct. I have another project running on here. This I made with Construct. It's a prototype for a game I'm working on. It's called Fish Assassin. The assassin is a fish. After I'm done, if you want to come up and play with it a little bit, or while I'm walking around. But this is still using the same events. There's a little fish there. He's able to go through and try and kill the bear. But this is running on a tablet. You can get it running on iOS through some exporters. But this is basically Construct 2 in a nutshell. Any questions?
Does it allow game state management, like a menu screen, change within because like when you show right now, it's just like one screen, one level. Does it allow you to like regular game menu or change it?
Yeah, the examples I just did were in one screen. For everybody who didn't hear the question, who was asking about game state management. So you move from one screen to another, can you have a menu and different things? So if I want to, I can go to add layout. Each layout has at least one event sheet with it. Those are the set of events. So now there's another layout and another event sheet. If I go to the first level's event sheet, there's one system. What is it called? There, so actually we'd have to trigger it from an action, but if we wanted to on so it's an action actually. Go to layout. So using go to layout, you can go to any level that you have designed. You can have a level select screen and go to another level. The flexibility is there to do whatever. Any other questions? All right. Did everybody get the sign-up sheet? Anybody else?